Everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we will see some shell scripting questions uh, for our practice. The more you practice, the better command you'll have on shell scripting. So basic idea is that those questions you can try and do practice, and we'll discuss the answer in the next videos. So in this video we will cover the questions related to shell scripting. Why I'm giving these questions? Because mostly, when you are giving interviews, the the interviewers ask you to write or give commands, or write a small shell script, which can only be, you can only be perfect in writing when you do practice. So coding and scripting, these two things can be made good only by practice. The more you practice, the more understanding and more command you will develop in this uh, scripting uh, path. So I have jotted down the questions. What we'll do in my next video, we will discuss the shell script for each, so that everyone gets an idea that how it can be resolved. I would suggest try to write the shell script on your own for all these. Next, whatever you are not able to solve or whatever you are getting stuck with, you can get it resolved in the next video of mine. So the first topic is basic file and text processing, where the questions are: write a shell script to count the number of lines, words, and characters in a file. So basically, there is a command wc word count, and with certain flags we can get the lines, words count. So try it out. How would you write a script to find duplicate lines in a file and remove them? So this is also a very common use case that you might also encounter while automating any task. So yeah, you should also know this. Then write a script to print the fifth line of a file without using sed -n 5p. So how you can, just print the fifth line of a file without using this. So this restriction has been put, but yeah, one way is by using sed. Given a log file, extract all unique IP addresses and sort them. So there is a log file and you have to extract all unique IP addresses and you have to sort them. So yeah, this contains two uh things in one. So automation and monitoring. Write a script that checks disk usage and sends an alert if usage goes beyond 80%. Create a script to monitor whether a process is running and restart it if not. Write a script to check if a given port is open on a server. Schedule a cron job using a shell script to back up our directory daily. Okay. Then string and pattern matching. Write a script that accepts a string and check if it is a palindrome. Palindrome is like, even when you spell that word backwards, still it is, it will not spell differently. Either the word is spelled backwards or normally, the meaning or the spelling doesn't change. So palindrome is this. Okay. So like Bob. So even if you are, reading it Bob Bob, or even if you are reading it backwards Bob Bob, you know the meaning doesn't change. Bob is Bob. So yeah, these are palindrome words. Now write a script to extract the domain name from a URL like http google.com mail. So google.com you have to extract. Now, there can be more variations. Like there is, a list, there is a file which has all the domain name, and you have to extract there is a list which has the URL, you have to extract the domain name. So, next is given a file, print only the lines that contain a specific keyword. Now come user and permissions. So write a script to list all users on the system with their home directories. Create a script that finds all files owned by a particular user and archives them. Then write a script to check if a user has sudo privileges. So these all scripts can only be, you will get a good command when you know what commands you have to use with what flags. So this can only be, you can get an idea when you are doing it regularly or, in a frequent uh, basis. Then looping and condition. Looping and condition is also a very common question asked by interviewers. They want to check how are you using how much you are familiar with the looping for loop syntax, if condition syntax, and how much you are using it. That gives them an idea that how much you have written the scripts. So write a script to print numbers from 1 to 100, but for multiples of 3 print fizz, for 5 print buzz, and for both print fizz buzz. So it is doing both checking both looping and condition check. Write a script to find the largest, smallest number in a given list. Then write a script that reads a file line by line, prints each line with its line number. Now, real world DevOps scenario, write a script to deploy an application, build a Docker image, push it to registry, update Kubernetes manifest. So basically, everything, but it will be a shell script, and it will build a Docker image, push it to the registry or a repository where you want to push, and then it will update that image in a manifest file in a YAML. You have a directory with multiple .log files, and write a script to archive logs older than 7 days and remove them. So this is a very common automation that script that we write for cleanup. So yeah, when the questions are asked like what kinds of scripts you have written, you can include all these scripts. Then write a script that parses a config file key value format and exports them as an environment variable. So when we are setting the environment variable of any server, so we can give everything in a file, and we can directly how a script, when we execute it, will directly parse everything and export them as an environment variable. So yeah, that we need to do. So that's all. Try to practice them, and wherever you are stuck, we'll get it resolved in the next video. So that's all. That's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.